Boom, you looking for this?
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kale. This is Colby,
Yes, sir.
and we are a little bit late, but we just finished watching She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Episode 3, The People versus Emil Blonsky.
Third of the way through.
A third of the way through, yeah, I guess. Which is kind of crazy to say that there's actually 9 episodes in a Marvel show, but
Yeah, right now we'd be halfway through. That's kind of weird.
yeah, it is. And yeah, nothing's happened so far.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's just because there's like very little time, but
Yeah, the episodes have been really short, but also I think it's that way because they know they have 9 episodes.
yeah,
And at the end of this, we kind of got a villain tease.
yeah. So it's almost like these 3 episodes were added just for like maybe because it felt a little bit short.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of feels like because I feel like the next 6 episodes are going to be what like maybe the traditional story was actually going to be.
These are just like a little prequel.
Yeah, kind of like fillers, I guess, to maybe like how she got like like a prequel. That would be the best way.
Which I like. I like stuff like that. I like longer shows, more episodes, longer episodes. I hope they go to that format eventually. Andor seems that way, I think.
Yeah, Andor. Okay, this is an Andor video, but I'm excited for that show. But yeah, I almost feel like these 3 episodes are just like added context, like for who She-Hulk maybe is, and then like it's gonna jump into because I feel like these are just gonna be totally unrelated because like this is an arc that started in episode 2 and is already over.
There is 2 things we can notice. The time length, if it goes back to normal time, like 40 to 50, then that could be like what you're saying. And if we see the CGI is a little bit better.
That's true.
Because maybe what it is, why this is not up to Marvel's standard, a lot of people are saying. And it really, I mean, I think if they were given more time, a lot of that's really not the VFX artist's fault. They probably rushed, stretched thin. That might have happened because they added these 3 episodes in after.
Yeah, kind of like an introduction episode to like how she got her powers, and then like kind of like a beginning arc type thing to establish her as a lawyer and a hero.
And it has been confirmed that her origin story was supposed to happen in episode 8.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why Kevin Feige was like, we can add these 3 episodes and you can do it here.
Yeah, that's really...
Maybe.
I'm actually thinking that. I'm actually thinking that now, and it's almost kind of weird that they would go, and they're short, like they're not long. The only thing that this episode did at the end of it was it set up the Wrecking Crew
and their leader,
I guess,
boss.
yeah, their boss or whatever. Which we've got some theories about who that might be, so stick around for that. But that's who it sets up. And then we see the whole People versus Emil Blonsky case. Abomination gets granted parole. That was what she was, charged with doing last episode.
Yeah, and then there's a side case too.
Yeah, it's almost like this. It was like a weird little, like mini arc. Like if you watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, it's kind of like one of those little Padme episodes in the middle of like a regular arc, like in between 2 big arcs, like Embara or whatever. That's what it kind of felt like. It feels kind of out of place to me. I don't know why.
I think, it's more of just like a development thing.
Actually, it could serve for her getting national prominence. Like we see a big theme of this episode was about how like she's becoming like an international or a national icon or whatever. And this these 2 episodes could be like how she got so popular and why people are targeting her now. Opposed. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I think that they definitely can serve multiple purposes here.
Yeah.
And I think they may have been added on afterwards, but at the same time, we did see most of the trailers were from these 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it. They didn't want to give... I mean, we haven't seen anything about what's coming next, really.
No,
besides Daredevil. We haven't seen him.
Besides Papa Daredevil.
Papa Daredevil. We've only seen like him in 2 shots. So.
Yeah, and if you notice in that episode, she has I think she has a suit by then. Like she has like an actual like spandex.
Like the purple one?
Yeah, the spandex like purple comic suit.
Yeah.
So she must be. I'm not. We can theorize. What do you think is going to happen? Actually,
I feel like we might get Daredevil next episode. Maybe not Daredevil. Maybe we'll get Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
And I would be happy with that, dude. I love Matt Murdock.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Matt Murdock.
But how we were talking about this, we watched it together. How would he be introduced? I wonder.
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like it kind of left us on a dead end minus the Wrecking Crew. Like there was nothing like she didn't have to go find or make a connection.
It's been concluded.
Yeah,
her arc with Emil's been concluded.
Mm-hmm, yeah, she doesn't have another case on hand that she's gonna have to like. It would be amazing, dude, if she went up against Matt Murdock.
That would be nuts.
I mean, if she beat Matt Murdock, I'm sorry, I quit watching the show. I'm just gonna say it. Nelson Murdock, unbeatable.
Yeah, they're definitely great in the show, dude.
Yeah.
And in the comics, you gotta love them.
And unbeatable.
But maybe, yeah, I mean, that's what we were kind of thinking before. Like he'll show up in a courtroom somewhere.
Yeah.
But now that her main case that we know from the trailers is over, I don't know.
It's honestly, I mean, it leaves me without direction, kind of like Miss Marvel. Like I felt like we were going through that show without direction, and it feels very similar to this. But it's also kind of exciting because I know like they've got 6 episodes left to actually do something substantive.
And I think it will be.
Yeah,
I think really these first 3 episodes were kind of like a prequel, especially considering we're used to the 6. And I think it'll be like we've said before. We it's too rushed.
Yeah,
Like we get introduced to everybody and we don't get to know them too well, and then boom, everything's gone on. The villain's dead, something like that.
yeah, and I guess like something that you could compare this to in Disney Plus land would be like The Mandalorian. Like the Mandalorian has like 9-10 episodes every season. But it's almost like each episode, especially in the first episode, it serves part as like a bigger narrative, right? Like in the first episode of the season 1 of The Mandalorian, like he finds the child, but then in the next couple episodes, like he does a couple side missions or whatever. But like still, that's progressing him forward. That's these 3 episodes were not like that though. Like I don't think it's going to serve the bigger narrative by establishing like a plot line. I think it was just kind of like a little closed story.
I agree with that. I don't think it's establishing a plot, more so establishing her character, or how she got her powers and stuff like that, so it doesn't feel so rushed later on. They try and squeeze it in.
Yeah, I think that's
and that's probably why Feige was like, "Hey, just put it in the first episode, so that way it's not squeezed in."
I do wonder. The show feels weird. It feels like it had a different direction going, and then kind of Feige may have twisted it up a little bit.
It's felt like that a couple times now.
Yeah.
With Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And then this. So
Loki's the only show that I would say felt like even Hawkeye didn't end like the tone of the last episode of Hawkeye felt weird.
And WandaVision. That was 9 episodes.
The only series in Marvel, which is probably why I think it's the best. The only series in Marvel that hasn't ended like either abruptly or I felt like it actually carried its whole story forward and ended at a good point was Loki.
Yeah, and then
maybe Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was pretty good.
Yeah, Moon Knight felt pretty closed.
Why we agree that Loki has been the best show by far.
Yeah,
so far.
I knew where we were going. I knew what the theme of the episode or the series was going to be from episode 1. I knew where we were going for it. So,
and I think when we said this before the show, She-Hulk even started, I think these last 6 episodes will be the best part of the show by far. Especially, I mean, we'll get Daredevil. I mean, Wong was great in this, and then I think She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters as a character will begin to be more attached to her character.
Yeah, and so I've got a couple.
The story goes on.
Okay, I've got a couple other things that I want to ask you about. So the tone of this episode, like the themes, what did you like? Do you like? Specifically, one thing pops up for me. We know this is a bit more of a comedy take on things.
Yeah.
Is the comedy hitting for you?
Yeah, sometimes. I think it's not hitting all the time. I think they go too far.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I think some of the jokes are like, they feel very, I don't know, I want to say they feel very forced. And also, another thing that I want to ask you about is the fourth wall breaking. How do you feel about that?
I actually kind of like that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm on the opposite end, not because I don't like breaking the fourth wall. Like, some of my favorite shows ever is, like, they do, like, confessionals or, like, breaking the fourth wall consistently. But I feel like every time she does it, it feels abrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess that's supposed to be abrupt.
I think that's what they're going for.
But it's like, there's something that doesn't feel like a normal fourth wall breaking. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't know how to describe it, but
yeah, I mean, it's just like in the flow of the episode, it kind of takes you aback because she starts talking to you personally, as a viewer.
But it's, I don't know, like I don't want to like say that I'm like taken aback by it. Like something about the way she does it, like the way it's written maybe, or what she says, or how fast it's said. Like it doesn't feel like it has any emotion to it. She just feels like it feels like she's reciting a line.
I think that's kind of how they were going for it.
Okay,
and
if that's what you think, yeah, if that's how they were going for it, then fine. But like, I was just saying that.
That's what I was saying. In general, I like breaking the fourth wall, and it's been all right so far. But I think we haven't seen that in any Marvel besides Deadpool.
Yeah,
but that was Fox at the time. So
I guess maybe the reason I'm saying that is because I don't know, maybe if she's trying to, like, traditionally when you're breaking the fourth wall, either you're trying to fill the audience in on something, or like you want to be funny. And maybe just like I think about like shows like the Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man. That was one where like he broke the fourth wall of time, and also like Daredevil. But they're like supposed to be like super funny, and so maybe that's like why it hit different. Because I don't know if she's like trying to be funny or if she's just like, you know, like she's definitely trying to be funny, but it doesn't make me laugh. So
yeah, I don't think she has been every time.
Yeah,
but I'm remembering a couple instances. Sometimes she is, I think, filling in the audience.
Yeah,
like the first one in the first episode. But I don't know. I think going forward, it could be cool. It's just something Marvel hasn't played around with.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's true. It does make it feel a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different vibe, and I think it has potential.
Yeah.
Not that it's been my favorite thing about the show, but I think it has potential going forward.
Yeah, I agree. So, who do you think is going to be the boss of the Wrecking Crew?
Yeah, they mentioned that at the end of the episode. We said we would throw out a theory or two, and our leading theory is the leader. All the way from 08, dude.
That would be nice.
Big Brain himself.
Yes. You remember him in Marvel's Superheroes or whatever, the Lego game? I was like, how's this guy's like Hulk's enemy, dude? Cause
yeah,
he's like
he would just get destroyed instantly.
Yeah. But so the leader,
and technically we haven't seen the leader.
Yeah.
We just kind of saw him becoming the leader.
I didn't know. I feel like there's 5 people in the Wrecking Crew, and we only saw 4 that I know of.
Maybe Titania's.
Yeah, it could be like Titania,
a part-time member or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know much about the Wrecking Crew. I guess maybe you don't either. All I remember of the Wrecking Crew is from Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man. They were in that show too.
Yeah, I think that in this show that they're kind of just serving the purpose of leading to their boss. And
yeah,
that's kind of why that line was thrown in there.
So obviously the leader, and then who else do you think maybe?
Dude, I still have a little suspicion that, and I kind of hope this is the case, that Emil Blonsky is a backstabber.
Dude,
I would love that if Abomination goes AWOL again, and this is all just a front.
And then that would help us understand why the first 3 episodes were important.
And yeah, that's true, and that's an off the wall theory, but that would be sick, dude.
That would be sick. I just feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like she would get smushed by Abomination.
Old Abomination for sure. If I think so too.
I think by even like just like the sheer size, like Abomination's massive.
And plus, she just became She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And
Emil Blonsky is like also a military, like
yeah,
he's former ex-military.
Before he was even the Abomination.
Yeah.
He had a lot of.
He's got a lot of skills. Like he almost destroyed Hulk, and Hulk is way stronger than She-Hulk. So
and Hulk is stronger than Abomination as well.
Yeah, over time, maybe not at the start, but as he gets more angry, yeah, he's definitely stronger than Abomination.
So I think if we saw that Abomination come back like I'm saying, then then maybe that's where we get Daredevil come in. Maybe we get Hulk back.
That could be true. Maybe Hulk brings back Scar. You never know, dude.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Maybe she needs a little help to destroy Abomination.
Dude, what if Hulk comes back and then like Jen almost gets killed, and then he goes into Savage Hulk mode again.
Dude, yeah, he just like completely breaks out of Smart Hulk.
Yeah, and like we see like a World Breaker Hulk type. That would be sick. Okay,
you don't touch my fuzzball.
Yeah, yeah, you got to do it in a stupid high voice. You don't touch my fuzzball. Kind of sounds like the guy from Megamind, you know, the space dad or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of an off-the-wall theory of Abomination coming back. 08 Abomination.
That would be sick.
And then, I don't know if I have anybody else I'm thinking off the top of my head.
I can't think of anybody else.
I mean, I guess Kingpin.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we got Daredevil. Maybe that's how Daredevil gets involved.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love that so much.
That's true.
The Daredevil Kingpin dynamic is back.
Who knows, man?
D'Onofrio and Murdoch.
For once, I can say that I'm looking forward to hopefully an arc that is of significance in the MCU.
D'Onofrio and Cox. I said D'Onofrio and Murdoch, but I meant anyway.
That was a cover. You didn't want to say Cox on mic. We're talking about Charlie Cox, obviously. Anyway, that'll wrap up this video. Let us know what you guys think, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.